Hi, everybody. How are you? I hope you're having a great day today. I'm Abby Glassenberg at Craft Industry Alliance, and I'm very excited to be here like we are every Wednesday to do our member spotlight. And this is a really fun opportunity to drop in on one of our members and learn more about their business. So today we're going to be talking with Amy from that Sparkle Studio. Amy, go ahead and press that plus sign at the bottom of your Instagram screen and it'll let you into the live. And I'm really excited to have Amy joining us. And yeah, this is an opportunity to get to know one of our members better, learn more about their creative business and their business journey. So I always love to do these as well. So Amy's business is located in Alabama, and we're going to get to hear a little bit more about it, hopefully shortly. So, hi, Amy.
Hi,
How are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for joining me today for our member spotlight. So, Amy, I would love to learn a little bit more about your business. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so Sparkle Studio is a working teaching fiber art studio. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, and we are also located in a community called the Low Mill Arts and Entertainment Community, which is the largest privately owned artist collective in the country. So we have
Wow.
all sorts of artistic inspiration around us every single day we come in.
Yeah. What are some of the other sort of studio spaces near you?
Everything you can imagine. We have people who are into ceramics, illustrators, paint artists, photographers, mixed media, leather workers. We also have a meadery, a whiskey distillery, several indie food businesses. So you name it, and it's probably here.
That is very cool. It must be a really inspiring and like welcoming place to come to each
It
day.
is. We don't come to work. We just come to play every day.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So how long have you been in this space?
We opened our doors June 17th of 2017, so we just had our 8th anniversary.
Oh, wow, that's great. 2017. Yes, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. So tell us a little bit more about exactly what you do in this space.
Okay. So I do, goodness, everything. So my studio partner, Nara Clark, and I, we are pretty fully skilled. I basically teach all the crochet classes. She does knitting, basically, because we've each been doing both of those for longer than her. We both teach spinning, about 7 different types of weaving, fiber processing, sewing, macrame, cross stitch, da 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 da. The list goes on and on and on.
That's
So
great. So it's mostly a teaching space, it sounds like.
we are a sort of strange little mix here at Low Mill. We are a working and teaching studio. So yes, we teach people how to do everything. We also make our own items for sale using our own designs, other people's patterns as well. And we also sell the supplies. So once people learn a new skill with us, they
Okay.
can keep coming back and buying more yarn, more tools, more implements.
That's wonderful. Okay, so what are you seeing from your perspective with the community that you're serving? What are some of the more popular classes and sort of skills that people are wanting to learn right now?
Most people at this point seem to be interested in crochet and knitting.
Okay.
A few years ago, we had a huge run on weaving, and I was selling shacked cricket looms right and left.
Right.
But right now, they seem to be focusing more on the knitting and crochet especially is the one we
Yeah, I
constantly.
would agree with you. I feel like crochet has really sort of entered its moment in the
Yeah.
last year or so. And are you seeing a lot of interest in like granny squares or what kinds of projects?
Basically, yes, a little bit of that. Jason Momoa certainly did not hurt anything when he and Jason Black started wearing the hexagon
Yeah,
top everywhere they went. Um, let's see, we are down here in hot and humid South. right now. So it is like walking into an oven every time you go outside. So right now, people are looking for small, portable projects. It is way too hot to think about making a sweater. You just can't even think about that these days. So shawls are really good. Fingerless mitts are really good because as hot as it is outside, a lot of the restaurants and other retail establishments will crank that air conditioning up as high as it'll go. So you go in from feeling like it's 1,000 degrees outside and you come inside somewhere and you are suddenly shivering. So you need something to wrap around your shoulders so you are not freezing, because most of us are wearing little sleeveless cap sleeve type stuff. So you do get chilly inside. So people are looking to make those sorts of things.
Yeah, and I think small projects are also so satisfying. And
Yeah.
what kinds of yarns are you loving right now?
We really like Malabrigo around here. That sells very well for us. So that is the mainstream type yarn that we carry. We are also well known in town for trying to know everybody whose yarn we carry. So yes, we've met Tobias and the people from Malabrigo,
Nice.
but we also focus a lot on local importers. In fact, one brand line that we have right now is Fire Song Studio.
Okay.
Diane Kelly. She was very well known up at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, had booths there. She lived in Pennsylvania. And for some reason, she and her husband moved down to Cullman, Alabama, which is about 45 minutes south of us. And as she was resetting up her weaving and dyeing studios, she realized she was tired of peopling all the time and she just didn't want to do the retail anymore. So she got online, looked at all of the yarn shops in the surrounding area, and really liked our online presence and what we seemed to be doing in the community, and came in and talked to us and asked if we were interested in carrying her yarn. And we're like, absolutely, no question about that. And she's like, well, how much of it? And we're like, we'll just take it all. Thank you very much. So we are now her exclusive retail outlet.
I
And
think that's lovely. And it's so nice to support other local artisans and makers and
yes,
also to offer something local to your customers.
yes, because Huntsville is not quite as much of a tourist town as other locations, but we are the home of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, and
Right,
there are lots of conventions and things held throughout the year, and people
right.
travel here a lot for work because of NASA and the Redstone Arsenal.
Sure. And by the way, if you're traveling for your corporate or day job, when you have a little time to yourself, going to visit a yarn shop or a quilt shop is
Yes,
like the best escape.
it absolutely is. And I know we have a lot of customers come in because they do the same thing I do. I know I'm going to a new town. What's one of the first things I do? Google local yarn
Yeah,
shop in wherever.
right.
We pop up and they come in and they get a lot more than they bargained for because they see us, and then they get to experience the rest of Low Mill as well.
Right, that's right, because you're in such a fine sort of
Right. Yeah.
surrounding, yeah, where they can just sort of take it all in.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. All right, so what is coming up for you? What are some things that maybe are new or coming up around the corner that we might not know about?
Okay, so in addition to being a local yarn shop, during COVID, my studio partner and I decided we got to do other things. So I went into sort of a metaphysical realm for things that help bring purpose and intention and meaning to your life. And as one of those things, 4 years ago, we accidentally created a little 3-day weekend long event called the Witches Collegium.
Oh, wow.
We hold that Halloween weekend every year. So now we are going into heavy production mode with that, getting other studios here at the mill involved. Last year we had 40 some odd studios
Wow.
participating in a scavenger hunt. So it brings people in the community here to the mill. I think we attracted 400, 500, 600 people last year.
Nice.
It's them all throughout the mill. So we're all about building community around here.
Yeah.
That is what is going to take most of my attention
All
between
right, so if
now.
you're in the Huntsville area and during Halloween, this is
Yeah,
a great activity, place to go.
yes, and then the week before Halloween, Nar and I both will be at the Southeastern Animal Fiber Fair in Asheville, North Carolina, the South's largest Fiber Fair, and we
Nice.
both have a full teaching schedule there. So October
Okay.
jam packed for us.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's great. Yeah, no, that's how it
yeah,
should be. That's wonderful. Well, this has been great to learn a little bit more
yes.
about you. Will you just tell us as our last question, like, how did you learn to knit and crochet? Did you learn as a kid or as an adult?
Both. So I learned to crochet when I was in third grade. Our third grade teacher was a crocheter, and
Ah,
the girls wanted to be just like her. So she said, okay, go home, tell your parents, send you back with a hook and some yarn, and I will teach you. So I learned the basics at school, and then my mother and her mother were both excellent crocheters themselves. So I do not even remember not knowing how to crochet well. So by the time I was in high school, I was making crochet gifts for all of my friends every year.
yeah.
And knitting, on the other hand, eluded me for decades. Nobody around me knew how to knit. I had a little black and white learn to knit and crochet guide that was made in the 1970s, and I couldn't get it. And so I would try, get frustrated, throw it away, go straight back to what I knew. And
Yeah.
then in the mid early 2000s, I had a website called Crochetville, and everybody was talking about making socks because that was the years all the independent dyers were making all these new, wonderful self-striping sock
Yeah.
yarns and all of this other stuff. And I didn't know how to knit. So I'm like, oh, I'll find a crochet pattern. I'll crochet socks. It'll be great. No, I mean, the pattern was great. The socks came out fabulous. I personally do not like the feel of crocheted socks. So I finally learned to knit. I found a little website called knittinghelp.com. They had little 30-second videos of here's the knit stitch, the purl stitch, this make one. Everything I needed was there, and I could hit that repeat button 1,000 times.
Right.
I
Watch
would
it a million
imagine that
times.
stupid. Yeah. So with that, my first knitting project was a knit three, purl three prayer shawl. My second was lace socks on double pointed needles because nobody said that was a bit
Let's
overly
jump
ambitious.
right in. Yeah.
Go big or go home. And hey, after I made those socks, and yes, I still wear them. I made them successfully. Now I wasn't afraid of knitting after that. I'm like, if I can make it through that, I can figure out how to do anything.
Yeah, I think it's actually, if a beginner has their heart set on something, I feel like helping them to actually achieve that,
Yeah.
that's what's most motivating to them. And so being discouraging and saying that's going to be too hard for you, I mean, maybe in some cases, but I do feel like if you can be encouraging and help them through it, then they feel so accomplished because they actually made the
Absolutely.
project they wanted.
Yes. And yes, they're probably going to need a little bit more hand holding and more class time as that happens, but we love that. We love to help people and keep
Yeah.
one of our favorite things to do around here.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for doing that and for teaching people to
Yes.
be crafters because that's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
So, tell us one more time the name of your business, where we can find you online and in person.
Okay. We are Sparkle Studio, and you can find us online. Our website is thatsparklestudio.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, both at That Sparkle Studio is our tagline. And was that it, or did you need something
Yeah,
else?
and in person, you're in Huntsville.
In Huntsville, Alabama, and we would love to see you. We are in this wonderful little entertainment district, so come see us, come see Low Mill, come see the rest of Huntsville. It is a great place, and we like to say it's not like the rest of Alabama.
That's
we,
wonderful. This is
we
going
have
to be
so
great.
many transplants from around the world. It's
Yeah.
a very diverse city. Yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Yes, if I'm ever in the area, I will definitely swing
please
by.
do. We would love to have you.
This has been great, Amy. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody who joined us. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.